Own your own company? CEO of a multinational, or maybe you're just head of state? Well, you'll be needing a car to get you to those important meetings completely unflustered, which means you'll be needing a Mercedes S-Class. As this is the long wheelbase version of the S-Class, I'm not going to bother with the usual car by knee and headroom tests. Just let's say it's massive back here, really, really comfortable. I will show you one item of practicality though, because look, we've got a bottle. If I fold down this armrest, there's a couple of handy cup holders there. There's even a cubby back here. In it, I find some rather posh headphones for the optional Bang & Olufsen rear entertainment system. Now this car is actually loaded with options. There's 30 grand's worth in fact, which is enough for an Audi A6. But it does make it very comfortable back here. For instance, I can adjust the seats and recline them so I can get nice and comfy for those long, boring motorway journeys. Excuse me. Don't worry if you're the kind of person who likes to drive themselves, because you can get plenty of cool options here in the front as well. For instance, this car has night vision, which is ideal if you need to arrive at a destination in stealth mode. And there's massage seats as well. You can actually select the massage. I think I'll go for fast and vigorous. Ooh, yeah, that's good. And in terms of standard equipment, there's absolutely loads. I mean, look, I've got this sheet here. Look at all that. So I'll read it out to you now. All cars get 7G Tronic Plus 7-speed automatic transmission with Speedtronic cruise control, adaptive brake lights, command multimedia system with 8-inch colour display, radio and hard disk drive navigation, electronic stability control program, cup holders too, rear, tyre pressure loss warning system, leather upholstery, and finally, velour floor mats. Whew.
As for quality, the S-Class is superbly built from some of the finest materials known to man. It also has a large, useful boot with a handy underfloor storage area and automatic closing. The Big Merc is available with a range of powerful engines, including a twin-turbo V12. However, the 3-litre V6 diesel is the best bet, as it provides sufficient pace with decent economy.
The first thing that grabs you about the S-Class is just how easy it is to drive. I mean, look at me, look. I'm having to put in absolutely no effort at all. In fact, I think this is the most comfortable and chilled out of all the mainstream production cars. For instance, the seats are sumptuous, the cabin is well insulated from noise. In fact, you almost forget there's actually a whole world going on out there. And then there's the ride, which, well, it's about as smooth as melted chocolate. This standard fit air suspension just glides over any bump in the road. In fact, it's actually as if the car actively fills in any imperfections ahead of you. So no matter what the surface is like, it always feels like it's just been freshly tarmacked. But just because the ride is silky smooth, don't go thinking that means this car wallows about in the bends, because it doesn't at all. In fact, the suspension, it actually adjusts to the conditions and your driving style, and as a result, it's surprisingly agile for such a big car. And be warned though, if you're a chauffeur and you've got the boss in the back, don't get too carried away on a road such as this, otherwise you might lose your job, and that would be a bad thing because the S-Class is rather expensive. In fact, it costs more than its main rivals. And that brings me on to the S-Class's downsides. And yes, believe it or not, this car does actually have some downsides. For instance, while the interior is extremely well made and feels upmarket, it does seem a little bit old-fashioned next to the contemporary Audi A8. Also, while the handling is sharp, the car still doesn't feel quite as engaging to drive as a BMW 7 Series. Finally, I could say that the exterior design isn't quite as unique as the Jaguar XJs. I guess I just did, didn't I? But hey, does it really matter? Because after all, when it comes to being the best all-round luxury car, the Mercedes S-Class is still the boss.